So the first card is the Power, and this is a card that is ruled by Mercury, and it's showing about a lot of hard work that you're putting into something, a lot of hard, energy, and a lot of mental effort that is coming. That you're applying to whatever project you're doing. So you've been, doing a lot of, this. This appears to be like, almost physical work, but because it's ruled by Mercury, it's something that you're very focused on, and you're, starting something off, but putting a lot of energy into it, putting your back into this particular task that you're doing right now. And then you've got the card of indecision. So you have to make some kind of choice as far as your work goes. You're trying to focus on what you love. You've got this angel pointing the arrow. So it's choosing something based on, you have to make the decision whether it's something you love, whether you're passionate about it, or whether it's good for you. So this is what you're doing. You're at a point where you're trying to make some kind of choice, and it's got to do with your money, your personal finances, because you've got Venus here in Taurus. So this is about dealing with financial issues and trying to make some kind of financial decision. And you've got the Magician card over here, so you're in the process of manifesting. So you're working very, very hard, multitasking, doing a lot of things, communicating with a lot of people. This is generally a card ruled by Mercury. In this deck, it's about the sun being in Leo. So, a lot of enlightenment as well coming in, a lot of energy going into the work that you're doing. There might be a lot of mental work that you're doing as well, a lot of communication as well. You're trying to make your ideas concrete. Now you've got the Retribution card in the back, in the past. So there was this is the Wheel of Fortune. So things changed, things ended, new beginnings for you. And that was what you have been working through. This wheel has been changing, you've been sorting things out. But fate has intervened, and because it's got Pluto over here, this means that, things ended. There were big transformations that happened in past year in your life. And then you've got the Proscription card over here, which is about, working. You've got Saturn there being the main energy over here. And, you've been learning a lot of hard lessons, and you've been working very, very hard, very focused on your work. And maybe, you've had you've had a lot of deadlines that you've had to meet as well with this card. Now, going into the future, you've got perplexity. So there's some kind of choice that you need to make, and you're pretty worried about it. It's to do with money, or, there's a lot of anxiety. You've got Jupiter over here, worried about, abundance. So you are very, very worried about finances. But also there's some kind of maybe financial decision that you have to make, and, you're trying to weigh the pros and the cons. And you've got the Argonaut over here. So this might be, relocating to do the job that you're doing somewhere else, changing jobs, maybe emigrating, but definitely moving on. And it's got it's got a bit of Neptune energy over here. So, you're still confused about what to do, whether you should be doing this as well. So things not that clear for you, but you want to move away from an old situation. So it looks like, you've got this decision to make, whether do I stay or do I go, really? So whether do I take this new job or do I not? Do I look for a new job or do I stay in the same place? So you're in this point of confusion, and it's causing a little bit of anxiety. Okay, and that is probably the choice that comes in. This is the choice card that comes in over here, that indecision about what to do next. Maybe there's this new job offer presented to you, and you really are at a crossroads right now. Okay, let's see. The energies at the bottom of the deck are the Seven of Cups. So this is about choice. So there is some kind of decision that you make. There are lots of options available to you, and you're trying to weigh these options. You're getting some kind of help and assistance from people in making this decision. But right now, you're trying to make that choice about which particular cup is going to be best suited for you and which is going to bring the best rewards. So you are a little bit confused at the moment. With those kinds of situations, it's really good to do some research to find out what to do next. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this is how you're coming across as somebody who is, pretty well off financially, pretty independent, and also somebody who takes control, takes charge. You're very practical, and you're very focused on making your money. You're very focused on your work as well. And you're in a position of leadership. Now you're dealing with some kind of difficulties over here that is causing some kind of loss. And you're trying to sort out these problems. So whatever problems it is causing some kind of financial loss for you. You're feeling a bit overwhelmed right now, and you're trying to sort these problems out. Now, you've got the King of Pentacles over here. Now, this could be, being in a leadership position, taking control. This could be also dealing with an earth sign person, so you could be dealing with Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo person. But generally, this is about the energy of taking control, being in charge, making plans, somebody who is in a very authority position. And maybe this is a position that you have been occupying recently. Quite a high position, a position of leadership, and you're making a lot of strategic decisions as well. So, asking for divine guidance as well to get you going. But also managing to accumulate a good amount of finance. So you're pretty well financially, but you're also taking that leadership role. And this is where you have been in the last year. So the last few months, you've been making some kind of decisions. You may have been facing a lot of difficulties with a lot of difficult people. So you've got the swords cards over here. Maybe you've been working in a group of people trying to organize them. They all have different things to say. You've been trying to use some strategy to sort it out. Maybe you've been getting some advice as well, some expert advice on how to deal with these difficult people. So you've been, trying to move away from difficult situation, trying to, calm things down as well. And these people that you've been dealing with, they're presenting themselves as hidden enemies. This is the Seven of Swords. They have, given you a lot of grief, really. You can see there's a lot of swords over here. There's a lot of lies, deception, things being said behind your back. They haven't been really the best of people to work with, quite nasty, and you want to move away from the situation. I think you're really fed up right now, and you want to make the decision to actually move off, because they have been less than honorable in their behaviors as well. So they have given you a lot of problems, and now it seems, their behavior has been really, it's not been very, very nice. And, it seems like you want to move away from it. Maybe you've been asking somebody for some help on how to actually sort this problem out, and how you can actually solve it, or how you can even move away from it. So going to the future, you've got the Three of Cups. It looks like, you want to spend, or you will be spending some more time with your family and getting all your, whatever your personal tasks are getting sorted out. This Three of Cups, spending more time with your family and getting all your daily mundane things done. Maybe you've been neglecting yourself or your own personal duties, and now you're going to be focusing a little bit more on them. So you've got some time that you're going to be spending, with the family and focusing on it, focusing on loved ones, really. So what's happening with you? You've got the Four of Pentacles over here. So working really hard. You are going very carefully with your finances. You are putting away money, and you're managing to save. So you are being very prudent with spending, and you are managing to save some money. So you are accumulating money, and you are going very, very carefully with it. You've been working very hard to accumulate this money, so you're doing, you're managing to save, put it away as savings, and you're going very carefully with it. So around you've got the Six of Pentacles. So it looks like this is going to be coming in, some work coming in. It's hard work. It's Six of Pentacles. Maybe somebody's going to be coming and ask you for some financial assistance as well. But for the most part, this is working. People see you working really, really hard to do your work, and not making that much of money, but working really, really hard to amass this money. This is how people see you. This is how the world is seeing you, as somebody who's very generous. Six of Pentacles is a generosity card. But if you're also going with the Six of Pentacles, even if you're, you might need some financial assistance as well. So you might be asking for some money. But in this deck, it's about working very hard to accumulate that money. And this is how the world is seeing you. So, what's your hopes and fears? You've got the Knave of Swords over here. So, you might be expecting some kind of official news, some kind of legal decision to come in. So, you're waiting for that as well. You're hoping that comes in soon enough. You're waiting for a message about some kind of legal decision or legality that you might be dealing with. So, going into the future, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Emperor card over here. So the Hierophant is about seeking some expert advice, doing a lot of research, learning or teaching. So this is about information exchanged or received. It's even about money management, getting some money, financial advice from somebody who's an expert. So you are going to be at that phase where you can either give advice or receive advice or doing research about money or doing research in general, but actually almost accessing the universe for that information. So you're either giving information out as a teacher, as a mentor, or because you can see these people listening very carefully to this person, or you will be receiving some sort of expert advice with regards to managing finances, because the Hierophant rules the card of rules the sign of Taurus, and that is related to money. Now, the Hierophant is also associated with institutes and hospitals, medicine. So, there could be some kind of, you might be going for some kind of health assessment. You might have some stress-related illnesses after working so hard. So this could be, even going and getting yourself checked up with the Hierophant card. Now, the Knight of Wands is, you could be traveling. This could be foreign travel. This or taking a holiday. This could also be waiting for some news to come in about a new project, a new job. Maybe you've put out some feelers and you're expecting some, you put out your CV and maybe you're expecting some news to come in, and that news is going to come in. You can see the eagle is flying in over here. So you are waiting for some information to come in or some news to come in about a new project. And it looks, you're taking the role of the Emperor over here. So this is about getting a leadership role, getting a role of authority. So maybe this is the news that you're waiting for. You've put in some kind of application probably for a new job of leadership, and you're waiting for that news to come in. It looks like, since this is the last card that falls, it looks like this is the job that you will be getting, a position of authority, a position of leadership, where you need to be very organized. So this is about taking control of some kind of project or some kind of situation. So you are waiting for that news. It looks like you're going to be getting that particular job. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot. So you've got the Eight of Summer over here, and this is a desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So you're leaving something that was very difficult behind and you're moving on. So it looks like you're going to be getting this particular post of the this Emperor post. This looks like a job, a job of leadership. You can see there's also cards in the back, and there's a lot of movement over here. So, taking control of a situation. So with this Eight of Summer, it's leaving something old behind, an established situation, and moving forward. It looks like, whatever, job that you do have at the moment, you're moving on from it. Maybe maybe you are dealing with a lot of difficult people over here with the Seven of Wands, having to deal with too many problems. And now you've decided that you are going to be moving on with this Eight of Summer to something better. A new pathway to follow. The Six of Autumn says, the good you do comes back, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Now this is the Six of Autumn, which is the Six of Pentacles over here. So it seems like, it looks like maybe with this card, money is coming in as well. So you have been working hard, but also money coming in for you, unexpected money being paid to you. So some kind of gift, some kind of payoff coming in as well. And the dreamer is starting in something new. So embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. So it looks like you've ended a cycle here and you are now going to be starting something brand new. So some new project coming in. You might be in a little bit of a in-between phase right now. You're going to be spending some time with family. Maybe you've been sorting out too many problems in this old job and you're deciding to move on. You're looking at all your options, all the options available to you, and you're trying to make some kind of assessment. You want a job that's, a more of a leadership role, and it looks like you're waiting for news of that particular post to come in. And in the meantime, you're getting your health sorted out, it seems, or doing some research on how to actually go forward. You might be taking on some kind of teaching role, some kind of mentoring role as well. So all in all, it looks like you are moving on. You've managed to accumulate a lot of money. You're going very carefully with your finances, but you want something that's going to pay you, better. You might also be waiting for some kind of legal decision to come in as well.